Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a tarot reading for the group Red Velvet. Actually, I noticed that I haven't read for the group for a while. I believe I had pull cards for the girls like individually, for some members in specific that they had been like requested in my channel, sometimes during my lives. So yes, today I'm going to do a reading for them, for the group. So for the rest of the months that we still have ahead for this year. So yes, let's begin with the cards that they got. They got Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Queen of Swords, Three of Wands, and Ace of Wands. And from the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, they got the card of Mars in Scorpio, Revenge. So definitely yes, very very strong cards. Actually, like I do notice that the girls have been like standing their ground, actually, like staying very firm despite a lot of limitations. I would say a lot of lack of opportunities, because honestly, like when we see the Nine of Pentacles in the beginning of the reading, definitely there's no need to say that the girls are very talented and that they are pretty much like aware of their value, of their talent, of how much probably also their image, that is very like that they feel very admired, they feel loved, they feel appreciated by the audience. It's just that I think that they do not have much time to show themselves, and I believe that probably this is for the group what had been causing a sort of like a loss of opportunities, because they haven't been that they didn't they weren't given opportunities actually to show how amazing they are. They still are, I think that they had been restricted, and slowly now they are starting to set themselves free from this, and they are starting to like there's something shifting in their energy, that here with the Queen of Swords in the middle. I think that reading for SM artists in this period of all these tumultuous moments and changes, and also a lot of lawsuits and disagreements and all this mess. It has been very interesting to see the evolution and how each group adapts to what's going on. And I think that in the case of Red Velvet, probably these very messy times are actually very productive for them. I see them like setting themselves free from a lot of restrictions from the past, and actually raising their voice and speaking up about what they want to achieve next. So I think that definitely I see them like making a lot of plans and also working with new people and being very much involved in the planning of possible comebacks or possible projects for the group. I definitely see them connected much more with action. So I don't know much about Red Velvet like situation, but I see them like, this is not about them practicing and being in this slow process. I think that things are going to happen very fast for them. They are going to enter a new passionate beginning. So probably you're going to see that the result of their hard work, and probably them connecting with a more proactive attitude towards their projects, and everything that could be associated to their name. I see the girls more energized, more empowered, feeling more passionate and excited to be doing this. I think that this is also very important, because sometimes when I read for others, there's this sense of like a bit of apathy, a bit of like, oh yeah, like, oh, yes, we have this available, but I don't know what to feel about it. And in the case of the girls, it's totally different. They are changing their mindsets. They definitely are. Well, they are. I call them girls, here, but with the queen, definitely is telling me that they are very mature. That they are women, and that they're pretty much in control of everything that is going on or that is going to happen in the near future, possibly the next months in their career. They are planning on bringing something new, possible a new album. But I think that honestly, probably it has to do with projects that are more about them being active, them being seen, than being seen doing things. I think that this is not about like the slow process. This is about creation, yes, but it's not that slow process of you creating something and waiting for a certain result. In this, I see a lot of like a very dynamic kind of um, movement that I think that is going to surprise a lot of people. Probably also a lot of impulsivity. Like a lot of impulse in their projects or whatever they do, either for the group or individually. They're going to push themselves out there. They're going to be more assertive. They're going to also be creating a lot of new things. Probably the new beginnings of something that it has their name on it. It has their style, their magnetism, their energy. Their initial energy. Um, and also, since we finished the reading with a lot of ones, I guess that they are also connecting with the passion of creating things, but also of like putting energy into it, really getting energetic, getting very much motivated by this new beginning, and you actually seeing them out there. Like I don't see like any kind of like um like a hiatus or something, like a slow moving event. I see them actually they are not reflecting, they are not. I think that they just want to be active again, and I think that definitely they are envisioning this, and probably for the first time in their careers they actually are starting to see with clarity what's available, and they are getting very courageous and very vocal about what they want to achieve next. And I think that also having some authority on this process. And I think that for them, it's all about claiming their power as well. It's like, okay, this is ours. This is who we are. So we need to be back in charge. Like no longer feeling clueless, like no longer feeling trapped or restricted. Um, but I think that I don't know much about Red Velvet. I do know a few songs, and individual works, I do know them. But I think that definitely from the cards that they got in the beginning, there's this strong feeling of like when you are so talented, like I don't know if these girls actually like had been like very like it seems like they had been talented like from the crib, like somehow started very young, working on their attributes or working on their talents, and being like like a golden child, like being um very talented from the beginning, even before joining the company. or if they joined the company at a very early age, they were like the ace from the beginning, or they were the favorite from the beginning. There's something about these girls actually being very talented from a very young stage, from a very young age, and from early stages. A lot of potential, a lot of um, also them believing in themselves. Them being like, okay, yes, I know I have what it takes to debut. I know I have what it takes to be here. Um, them really being, even though I have a feeling that probably when they started they were very young. But there's this feeling of like, yeah, we were chosen because we were the best. And because we had a lot of potential. Nothing was given to us for free. There's this strong feeling of identity, of a strong, like, in yourself, in your value, like, in what you bring to the group, and this being very organized, and probably them, I don't know if they won a lot of awards in the past, or if they won some kind of recognition in the past, or if they were like huge in the past, but there's a sense of like, yeah, we were amazing. But suddenly restriction happened, you know, fears, um, insecurities, restrictions of communication. There were a lot of things that ruined or interrupted that process of them feeling very proud of themselves. Um, I don't know if it was that the audience criticized them, because I don't see the company here. Of course, that I know that SM has their ways of somehow forgetting that they have some artists available and talent available, and focusing on others. And definitely, I do see that this has to do with them being females. Definitely, I like when I first pulled the card of the last card that I pulled from the Oracle, the Mars in Scorpio, that is the card of revenge. I'm like, oh yeah, I get it. This is about them getting the opportunity to have their revenge. And this is about them being females. I saw this Queen of Swords in the middle, and I'm like, this is all connected. Um, I think that there was a moment where they were like, okay, we are going to put you to the side, and we are going to be focusing on the boy groups. Um, and now, now, especially in this period, and in the next 2 years, I believe that SM is going to change their strategy. They are going to focus more on the girl groups. And then being so mature, so experienced, and so, you know, so like very well established, they will be like, okay, you want us back? Like, you want to use us now? Like, you want to expand with us? Okay, we have our conditions. So now you want us back because you need us. I don't know if maybe this has to do with some groups having their members going to the enlistment, to the military enlistment, and then being like, oh, we're going to lose this member, and then these other members have to go. So yes, we will have to focus on the ones we put aside at some point. The female groups, the foreigners, they're going to do that change of a strategy. All of a sudden, the spotlight is going to be available for the outcast of the company. And I don't think that this is like fair to say outcast. It's just a way of saying, like, the ones you push to a corner, that you push in the dungeon, you're going to bring them back. You're not going to discriminate anymore. because you need them. You're going to put the females, you're going to put the foreigners. They are going to be, the ones that are going to be making the money in the next years for your company. So I think that in this case, when I saw the card of revenge, I believe that the girls are seeing this coming, or they had already a sort of like conversation where some conditions were discussed. And also I believe that this is very important, that the girls are here connecting with this attitude of the Queen of Swords, because definitely it's letting me know that they have the right and also the authority to speak up and talk about their conditions and talk about what they want to achieve and speak out loud and not being controlled anymore about what they can and cannot say. So I think that they're going to be very much in control of their career and how they're going to do things from now on. And this is going to be a passionate new beginning. Definitely feeling like they are not restricted anymore. Like owning their experience. Like, yes, like we had our ups and downs, but here we are. So definitely yes. When I saw the card of revenge, I was like, oh, I get it. I get it. They know that their moment is coming. And definitely, like, this is not to put like female groups against boy groups. This is not about the artist. This is the business. And I think that there's something about them. Oh, so the females' moments are coming. Like you're finally going to focus on the girl groups that you forgot. Something like that. So it's payback time. It's revenge time. So yes, this is going to be. And I think that probably they have their personal vendettas, probably they have their personal revenge. They are waiting to see some heads roll. Probably the girls know something, or they had a very a strong conflicted relationship with someone, with some authorities. So now that they are going to be set free, and now that they're going to be put in a position of being on the spotlight again, they're going to they're going to also like change a few things. Like I don't know why I think that they definitely, I don't think that it's much about the CEO, but they definitely are like, oh, I don't want to work with this person anymore. So I don't know if it's part of the staff that is renewing, and they are very much happy about it, or there's going to be like a sort of like, they are going to hire new people, or other people are going to end up like walking away from the company, or just resigning and just like quitting, and new people and more passionate people and more like driven people are going to start coming to the company and working for them. So they're also going to be happy about that, because I believe that the girls, I don't know why I get that there's something about, probably also the staff that was with the girls in the past, they were problematic. Especially when it came to, sharing information about the girls or other groups, and actually being a threat to the company. Or actually like having a bad attitude towards the girls and being very, very mean to them, or so the girls are waiting for a sort of like, okay, we want the change, we welcome the change, we want like new faces, we want to work with people that are as passionate and as loyal as we are, and also, and they have high standards, so this is why I think that the girls definitely, they are not, they do not feel like, oh, okay, I will have to wait for for any kind of, small detail that you want to give us, or something small that you want to share with us, or wherever you have available, we will take it. No, they will not beg. They will not do that. They will want to have the best of the best. And I think that they deserve it. They deserve it. So their moment will come. So you be patient. If you're a fan of them, be patient. This is a whole process of changes, and also them setting themselves free from the past. So yes, it's going to be a great moment for them. So yes, guys, this is all I have for Red Velvet. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.